can take this.
Introduce yourself and
Okay.
do my job for me.
Introduce my password to my computer. Nice to meet you.
Ready?
Yeah, ready. Okay, my name is Michael from Psychic VR Lab, and I'm gonna. Sounds so creepy, right? Actually, I really like the name now.
There's some feedback coming out of the.
Sorry about that.
I told you, Psychic VR Lab. Part of the package. No, the idea behind the company name is we think that the best use or the most exciting use of VR is to have it as a way to understand each other's and our own imaginations and share them. Imagine if everyone could, if VR content creation was so easy that everyone could create a VR world and just take this and dump it into reality, then it would be like VR has sort of this psychic power almost. And the tool that we created to achieve that is called STYLY. STYLY's a VR content creation tool. The idea is to get everyone to be able to create art and to create music and fashion, this kind of VR. And if everyone can do that, we think this world will be a better place. So it's more about about culture, about changing culture, than about just some random technology company. We want to keep the user interface really simple. It's browser-based, it's in the cloud, there's a bunch of assets already in there, and you can import a bunch more from anywhere else if you like, from places like Maya or Unity or Blender, and it's all viewable in all the headsets, including the new Oculus Go and Mirage Solo. Like I said, you can import from a bunch of different other tools, 3D modeling tools like Maya, Tilt Brush, and images, videos from YouTube, SoundCloud. Right, so currently a lot of art is created by just a sliver of the world's population, and we all just consume that. So there's this big gap between the consumers and the creators, and honestly art is not very representative of the actual human mind. So if we can all create art, then that might change the way the world is. And so we're focusing on non-gaming, we're focusing on art, music, and fashion. So with art, with VR, you can put your art in places you wouldn't normally be able to put it. You can do things that are physically impossible, like enlarge sculptures and explore your artwork in new ways. With music, instead of just listening to a music video, you can listen to your feelings of when you listen to a song and put that into VR and make your own VR music video. We're doing some collaborations with some Japanese artists. It's a Japanese company, so we will upload like the 3D models of the artists, the musicians, and the fans will make their own music video, and there's little contests like that. I'm going to be announcing another contest at the end of this, so stay tuned for that. Fashion, instead of just looking at clothes in the normal store or on the website, you can look at your clothes and share them in outer space or under the water, whatever you like. So the point is to go from imagination first, and then reality is sort of this thing that connects to it, but we're not trying to copy reality and put it into VR. We want to take the imagination and put that into reality, and on the mass scale, not just the few talented people's minds. So this is the tool itself. It's all in the browser. If you go to this website, everything's there. You'll start making something immediately. Or if you just type STYLY in, you'll get it. Pretty basic layout. If you click on the top left corner, you'll get all the assets there. Something like this, and then you just click on what you want and drag and drop it in. Google Poly is linked up. There's some skies, grounds, filters, a bunch of models. And then you can upload your own 3D models as long as it fits most formats, FBX, OBJ, SketchUp, etc. Using tools like this. So like a basic sandbox that you can, that links up all the other tools into one place. So you have this basic land. and you have your models in Sketchfab, you have your stuff in Unity, you have them all in these disparate places, and you can put them all together into one place and then view it. So kind of quick, fast, I want to say it's a quality of fast food, but it's sort of the fast food version of VR content creation with a more delicious flavor, hopefully. These are some other tools for just downloading some assets from Sketchfab, 3D Warehouse, Unity Asset Store. This is not news, but helpful. And then usually it looks like something like this. You just upload what you want by selecting it and going through your folders and dropping it in there. Link up your Instagram, insert music from SoundCloud or MP3s, and then YouTube. There's a search bar in there, so you could just type in the URL or the keyword and it pops the video right in. PDFs, books, a bunch of stuff. We want to keep it very simple so that everyone can use this. There are some tools that they want. They have lots of functions and lots of features. You can animate and do all these crazy things, but we're trying to avoid that and just keep the user interface really simple. Only have a few things you could do. Basically move, rotate, scale objects. You can do other things like animations and changing the textures, but you need to do that through the other tools and then import it. The basic interface needs to stay simple so that it's accessible and non-threatening to everybody, so that we can all be artists. Move, rotate, scale. Okay. I just ran through that really quickly. I'm not going to give you the tutorial. That's online. You can ask me later. What I'm mostly here about is to announce the contest we have. So the goal of the contest is to get more cool, imaginative, strange, bizarre art. We all have these big imaginations with nice stuff in here, and we want to get that out and put it into VR. So we create this contest to motivate people like you to create new art. The winner gets $20,000, and then the second prize, third, fourth, each get $5,000. The contest started from the beginning of this month, and then it'll run until the end of July. So July 31st is the end. Anyone can participate. You can participate as a team, as an individual. All you got to do, basically, is create something on STYLY. Go do that, and then you go to the official contest website and put in your name and some basic stuff to upload that to the contest. And the goal is to bring something new to the world of art, music, fashion, and culture. So I think you can do that. It all starts here, and then here's the contest website. I also have some flyers sprinkled throughout, or come talk to me after. Add me on Facebook or email. Oh, should I go back? No. Okay. Also, the STYLY user group on Facebook is a good place to ask technical questions or ask for support or anything like that. All the technical team is answering most of those questions, and they're very responsive. And don't be scared to ask anything, even if you think it's rude. It's a sort of wild west of whatever you want to complain or comment about STYLY. And yeah, any questions? Yeah.
If you're not tied to any of the 3D tools that you mentioned, would you have one recommendation over another?
I don't know. It depends. I'm not a 3D modeler myself. I mean, Blender is nice just because it's free and open source. I don't know. I think, is there anyone else who could answer that question? A good 3D modeling tool? Yeah.
I think Blender is the most common one, just because it's open source. When people get fed up with Blender and have extra cash, they'll usually go for 3ds Max or Maya.
Yeah, okay. And then you don't need to create your own tools. You could download them or buy them. A lot of them are free from places like Sketchfab. The Unity Asset Store has some like that. Any other questions? Yeah.
Is there any way to export scenes that you create in STYLY, like as a DLTF or FTX?
Yeah, you can't export them. Pretty much anything it imports everything, but it doesn't export anything. So that's the reality of that. Yeah.
What are some of your favorite experiences that you've made in STYLY?
I like these little, I mean, going to another country and other cultures are already a sort of virtual reality in itself. You know, culture, I think, is a virtual reality in a way. So especially when you go to another culture, you get that feeling. So some of these like Japanese music VR scenes, I enjoy just because the music itself is already sort of a VR for me. But when I'm seeing what these people are making, there's a lot of users in countries like Pakistan and India, and I get a feel for their culture, their way of thinking with this sort of different kinds of things they're making. I don't know the titles of these scenes, but if you go through them, you might notice, okay, this looks like something from Pakistan, this looks like something from Japan. And that's the cool thing about this. If this sort of spreads around, we're going to be able to see what all kinds of people are thinking and feeling, which has all kinds of benefits culturally and, you know, for humanity. Any other, yeah, I love questions. Oh, so there's, okay, Carl? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So do you have a showcase on your website of things that people have created?
Yeah, I'll go on the right. So basically, I didn't include everything on here. If you go to gallery.styly.cc, there will be there'll basically be a sort of gallery of all the scenes that people have made. In the future, I think we want this to be something like a kind of Instagram of VR, where there will be commenting and liking and sharing, and it'll have this super social kind of function. Right now, it's not very social, but the scenes are there, and so you can click on those. So you want to. I'm not going to click on that one. Japanese. If you go in here, you can even, from this, you'll get this URL. If you share and copy this, that will allow people to view your thing. Right here, if you click on this, you'll enter VR, so it'll put it into your headset. If you click on this, it'll give you the 360 view. And yeah, through the gallery website here, you can view a lot of that. Basically here, it says recommended, and here, if you can't read it, it says all. So these are just, if you click publish, you can put something up on here within, you can create something literally in like 20 seconds and put it on here. It would probably just be a tree and some grass and a snake or something, but you know, it's like, I tend to make simple things like that since I was a kid. Yeah, more.
Do you think the internet is saturated with content already, and people just don't have enough life to consume all that content, and we should instead encourage people to improve the quality of existing content and collaborate on that, instead of making every individual work on their own?
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course I want that. I want both things. I don't think there's an oversaturation of VR content. There's an oversaturation of maybe VR games. Even so, I wouldn't even say there's an oversaturation of VR games. There's something different about VR. I feel I want more content. I go through Oculus Go and I go through all the apps, and I enjoy the ones where I'm just sort of exploring and looking at things and just sitting back and relaxing and walking through a world, like walking through a dream, like walking through some new land that I'm traveling to. I like that kind of dreamlike, childlike feeling. And so I don't think there's enough of that. So, but we also don't want just a bunch of garbage all over the internet. So you're right. We need to balance the two. Yeah. Oh, like basic shapes? We don't have those in there right now, silly enough. I'm sure if you type it something, since Google Poly is linked up though, I think there's lots of stuff through the Google Poly API. So if you just go to, yeah, it's there, but not like, yeah, it's not really.
Can we add music that's under copyright?
Yeah, so there's a SoundCloud function where you type in this song from SoundCloud and it just pops right in. You can also put in MP3s. Some songs, I'm not sure about the copyright aspect. For SoundCloud, it blocks certain songs that maybe aren't allowed in. For your own MP3s, well, I don't know. I guess for now it doesn't really matter. You're not doing anything with it. You're just making art for yourself. So at some point that might be an issue, but you can put whatever music you want in there. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not gonna. Don't hold me to that. Okay. Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what are the properties where you push down those out? How do you
we're not monetizing yet. We're still just venture capital backed, and we're
Probably cannot go on like that.
right. Yeah. I mean, no. I mean, yeah.
So like, what is the long-term plan for the company?
There's lots of ideas. I guess I can't really disclose exactly what those are, and I don't even have access to that information. They don't tell me exactly. Like the guy before me, I'm not the tech guy. I'm not the CEO. Maybe he's the CEO. I don't know, but I don't even know. But I'm not. Yeah, there's lots of ideas, so you can use your imagination for now. Yeah. Yeah. You can. There's a Unity plugin, so you can import things using Playmaker. You can do like anything, a lot of things, almost anything with that. And then, like you said, with Mixamo. But within STYLY itself, within the browser, you're not doing that. You need to go to Unity, do it there, and upload it. This might change in the future. We're still, finding what's that balance between usability and functions. We're going on the conservative side and just keeping it maybe too simple. But that might change. Right now, you can use a Unity plugin. That's the best way to do it. Well, I was in here last month, so I'm happy to be on the other side of the portal. Okay. Yeah. If you have any more questions, just come talk to me. I'll be here for a few hours and stuff. And I have some flyers, cards, whatever. Let's all be friends. Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
The workshop, right? The workshop.
Oh, right. What, first question.
Yeah, so my question is, isn't this 5-minute video thing on the competition, isn't that too long? It's an introduction video.
Totally too long. It's optional, though. You don't need to put that there. And honestly, if you have a good VR scene, I wouldn't worry about, I didn't make the video. Like, they're going to look in the VR. The video's just there, and it's optional. I wouldn't worry too much about that. You could do a 1-minute video. It does say optional, so it's not so strict.
Okay,
yeah, don't worry about that. But if you lose, don't get mad at me. You would have won, but you forgot the video. Everyone had 5-minute videos except for this guy. He had it almost there. He almost had it. Okay. And also, so we're to support this. I know I didn't really teach you how to do things. There's a lot of questions you have. You want to play with it. You want to get some extra help. Next Wednesday, from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, we'll have a workshop here. It's free. And basically, I'll go into more details about teaching you guys how to use it, go through all the stuff, and then have a lot of hands-on time for you guys to help each other, make some VR worlds, experience what you made, share it, just play around with this tool and get better at it, sort of a little boot camp or something. And that's next Wednesday. Yeah.
Bring your own laptop?
It's on Meetup.
Go to the SVVR group on Meetup, and it's listed, and we'll send out an announcement about it tomorrow.
Yeah, so that's there, and come on out.
And it's free.
It's free. It's totally free, and then we'll have some, drinks and snacks and stuff. Not that that's gonna get you here, but my kids. Well, one of you is. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you for having me here and listening to my talk. And I love SVVR, and I'm just happy to be here. So it's great.